just below parallel, because as the weight gets heavier, it gets more scary.
You're always, my always thing is to say to people, really get your opener nice and deep, and then the referees are happy with you. They're not looking for the depth. They're not too worried you're going to be cutting it.
True. So Raffy Dio, New Zealand, also on 250. Seen quite a few lifters from New Zealand here.
A little bit of work, but
yeah. 7.5. I say only to 257.5.
Best thing to do, just build that total. He didn't seem too happy with his opener, how it moved, so it's probably a safe bet. I'm sure he'll come out and smoke this one.
Yeah, it's all very well saying I need 20 kilos on my second one to stay in the game, but if you put yourself out, it's important to run your own race.
That looked much better than his opener, actually.
It did.
Pretty well.
Bend the bar! Come on, mate, you've got this!
I don't know if you can hear the dulcet tones of the New Zealand coach there. Just filtering through very slightly.
Fight back! Fight back!
He's done a great job. He's been on the platform every day so far.
Yeah, Rory's a workhorse.
Find your balance! Balance! There we go, that's it, mate!
He definitely doesn't need amplification, does he?
What?
Right, what's Raffy got? Oh, that's a shame. 145.
Yeah, if you're on the bench press, like you said, there's such small muscle groups, there's so many things that can go wrong. You know, your bum needs to stay on the bench, your head needs to stay on the bench, feet need to be flat, you can't move. There's a lot of reasons for failure.
They can move laterally, can't they, but they can't come up.
Yeah, so you can move from side to side, but heels can't come off the floor.
And your feet can't touch the bench itself either, so... Yeah, he's got his feet quite wide, so I don't think he's going to have that issue.
Three weights?
Yep, can't argue. Choosing to bench with the belt on. Not everyone does. But if it gives you that sort of strength in your core.
Yeah, usually it's a trade-off. You'll lose a little bit of shape, a little bit of arch with the belt, but you'll gain a little bit of tension and brace, so whatever works best.
And he's got quite a short torso, so his arch is going to be smaller anyway.
Good fight through that middle. Let's see what the refs say.
Some trouble, but...
Yeah.
Right, Dio of New Zealand, only gone up 2.5.
Yeah, his second was real work. The bar stopped for quite a while.
It did.
So.
And that third bench is like the difficult third album. It can be very, very difficult. If you see any fails in bench, it generally tends to be in the third round, especially with the guys if they've been egging each other on a little bit.
Great fight though.
Yeah, shame when an irresistible force meets.
Yeah, this goes. So I always think open nice and light on your deadlifts. Secure the total. Much easier to take bigger jumps on the deadlifts than it is on something like a bench press.
Yeah, the least technical lift and probably the easiest one to understand for non-powerlifters. You just pick it up, wait till you get told to put it down again. It's a little more technical than that, but that's essentially it.
Chest out!
Nice to know is nothing worse than missing a lift because you feel like there's a little bit too much chalk on the bar and it just slips out your hands.
Or talc, even worse.
Yeah. The Lico bar is a very, very strong knurling, so it's quite difficult for it to drop out your hands. But if there's a little bit of talc on there from a previous lifter, that's when you might be in trouble.
I mean, these guys are right on the cutting edge of performance here, so any tiny thing can make a massive difference. New Zealand coaches have been on point all week.
Good! Chest out, chest out!
What do the refs say?
Yeah, there's a slight is going to happen here, seeing as we're not seeing the real total. These guys are fighting against an A group that hasn't yet lifted.
Yeah, it's really difficult to sort of judge anything. You might see it if you want to possibly,
Come on!
try and get top of this group to give you the best chance of the highest place in the next group, but I don't think we're going to see too many changes. We can hope for some drama then. Who knows?
Stop! Don't
He
stop!
doesn't love a deadlift battle, right?
Don't stop! Don't stop!
Great fight.
Oh,
I think it's gone down.
That's through!
he's looked all over the place for inspiration, but I don't think he quite found any.
To be fair, he made the right choice of just putting his head down and